Alright guys, so in this video, I'm gonna be going through my journal for this week. This week was really bad for me in terms of just psychology. I was just taking way too many trades that I shouldn't have, and like I know I am a good trader, right? I got my payout, and I know, like, just looking back at my journals the past couple of weeks, I know that I am profitable. It's just these days and these weeks where I don't perform the way that I should, or the way I expect myself to. It's just that's part of trading, and I need to really kind of try and mitigate those like losses, right, and try to not have as many of these bad days and bad weeks. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of go over how this week went, and then I'm just gonna be kind of dumping my thoughts on what I did, what I could have done better, what I can improve on, and what I will be doing from like next week onwards. And so yeah, it's just gonna be kind of like a realistic, more authentic video of me just sharing my losses. So yeah, let's go into Monday. So here, this is before I took any trades. I have my 1 hour, which looks like this. So yeah, we inverse this fair value gap, or this BISI. We had this new week opening gap, so I was expecting price to go lower. I think, yeah, 15-minute looks like this. Okay, we have SMTs at the top, and I have clean inversion to the downside on the 1 hour, so I want to look for shorts. Target would be NFP lows from Friday. So yeah, I don't have that marked out here, but it's all the way down here. We have this SMT at the lows, but I'm expecting this to break. I believe London already put in high of the day, and New York will continue lower. I think that was a pretty good analysis, right? Like, once Asia expanded this much and then London came back down, looks like session AMD, so London manipulation, and then New York should continue lower. And yeah, it doesn't really make sense for price to come back all the way up here above London high. So yeah, expecting London, or high of day right here during London session, and I wanted to see price just continue lower, which I think makes sense. Let's see what 930 presented. Looks like a bullish Nisama switch. Okay, so yeah, we have accumulation, and then we manipulated here, took out these lows, these London lows, with SMT. So that does look like a bullish AMD. Could expect a New York reversal profile towards maybe like equilibrium of this London range, or towards new week opening up, or maybe like these BPRs here. I wouldn't expect price to come all the way back up to London highs though. Okay, and then now we got a move lower. So now this looks like a bearish AMD to me, because I'm just bearish on the day in general. But here, as I have, it looked like a bullish AMD, but then now it looks like a bearish AMD. So that just means I have no idea where price wants to go. So I wanted to wait for more structure to form before doing anything. Okay, so here 15-minute looks like a market maker sell model. Okay, so I think here I'm just expecting these NFP lows to be the draw right here. And then here, going into the 1050 macro, I wanted to see entry, so we can go towards these NFP lows. Let's see, what time was this? This was 1050-ish. What did I have limit set for? So I didn't have the limit set for this BPR. I had it off of this, which, okay, so there's an order block here. 705 OT of the range, and in this kind of BPR. Then I have my stops above the high here, and then TP at the NFP lows. So that's what I had my limits set for on shorts. And I didn't get the entry. Yeah, I could have entered on this order block, I guess. Yeah. But then the stop would be quite big. Let's see, where could the stop go if I maybe mean threshold of this order block? Yeah, but that stop would have been pretty big, so never got entry, and TP hit. Expecting this to leave low of day, so I might look for longs during the 1150 macro, but the objective was hit, so PA might start becoming choppy. Yeah. So if I got this entry, I definitely would just be done for the day. So I mean, I should have just been done for the day here. I should have just got off the charts. Oh, but this looks like a nice inversion that's setting up right here. But anyways, here thinking back, I predicted today would be TGIF. I was at school since last Friday didn't give a good retracement. Completely forgot about that, and I should have written that somewhere. Okay, yeah, that's just a mistake on my end. But yeah, since Friday expanded this much without giving a good retracement, then I kind of expected Monday to beat a TGIF, right, to give that retracement, but that completely went over my head. So if I did have that in mind, then maybe I could have gotten an entry somewhere. Maybe I would have been more confident in my bearish bias, but it is what it is. And I wanted a long setup to form off this BPR, this OTE BPR. Okay, this doesn't look like it's the best price action, so definitely should have just gotten off the charts instead of looking for this long. Like, this inversion play was pretty good, but anything beyond that, it just looks pretty choppy. Yep. And didn't get it getting off the charts, so that was good. Alright, let's go on to Tuesday. Okay, this was the really bad day. So here, okay, what is this? This is doing like London. Yeah, 550 macro. So at the end of London kill zone. So here I took the first entry on eval. So yeah, I took this first entry here on eval, and then limit set for second entry on funded. First entry was 548 and wasn't supported by any PD as created in the macro, so I could enter on funded as per my rules. Yep. So yeah, we had this kind of BPR. We had OTE. That was basically my entry, this first entry here. But my rules tell me I can only enter a trade during either a kill zone or during a macro, or off of a P area that was created in a macro. So I could enter here. We're outside London kill zone. We weren't in a macro. This BPR here wasn't made in a macro, so I could enter there. But here we got the kind of entry off of this OB that was created in a macro, this 550 macro. So I was looking for an entry here. As you can see, I had my buy limit set, ready to stop set. But I don't think we got the entry. Here, high time frame looks very bullish. I'm expecting London low of day continuation, so I will look for manipulation lower during key times and find longs. So that looks pretty good. It does look pretty bullish. We have yesterday's PM high, or previous day PM highs as draw. We created a propulsion block here off this OB, so it does look pretty bullish here. Entered this unfunded and got stopped out instantly. Definitely rushed entry here about psychology. So this was during the 750 macro. Yeah, So this one is not very clean. All right, we have the draw on liquidity above, but we didn't have a sweep of a low or a liquidity sweep. And we didn't really have a good kind of PD array supporting us to go higher. So just entering off of this inversion, I don't think was a good idea. But at the time, I just wanted to make money, right? And I think that's something everyone struggles with. I wanted to make money, so the thought of making money pushed me into placing this trade, right? Because if this trade worked out, then I would have made money, and it was a pretty good IR if it worked out. But what I didn't consider was the probability of this working out, right? So it's just I got my payout last week, and I just wanted to get another payout quick, right? Just make more money. And yeah, that kind of psychology just messed everything up, and I just took this rushed entry here. Yep. And then watching this actual entry so yeah, this entry looks much better. We have the liquidity sweep, SMTs, the fair value up, and then this inversion looks pretty nice. But the only thing is that we are pretty high in the range, and we didn't get a good retracement lower. So I entered on that with half risk and got stopped out. This loss is fine. Yep. So yeah, this was the actual entry that I should have taken, and I took, and I got stopped out. So I mean, this loss was fine, right? But I did kind of go on tilt after this loss. Like, if it was just this second loss, I would have been completely fine, I think. But because I took this rushed entry, that really messed up my psychology. So here, I'm focusing too much on the idea of making money instead of taking high quality setups. I need to go take some time off the charts and come back with a clear mind. I'm not going to look at the charts for the next hour until 9:30 open. And if I still feel that I'm not at my peak mental state, I will just get off for the day. That is very good. That is good. And in hindsight, these trades were from overconfidence and ego. I had too much confidence in my draw on liquidity. That thought price would just pump straight to it after the entry. I should have tried to look at the charts as objectively as possible, and realized that a retrace here would make sense since we haven't had much of a retrace since the start of the move. So this is after I came back to the charts at 9:30. Around here is when I entered on the two losses, and we got a really nice retrace back to equilibrium. So yeah, this would have been a really nice long down here, which it's fine that I missed it. I just, in hindsight, I should have preserved my capital instead of longing this high in premium. I should have just waited for retrace into discount, and then looked for a high quality setup here. So yeah, we have this OB and fair value up being respected at the equilibrium of the range, and then we gotta move higher. So now bias still looks bullish. We just hit PM high, so next draw on liquidity would be the unfilled 15-minute busy. Yep, so that is this busy right here, this 15-minute busy. That was my next draw on liquidity. And then this 15-minute busy got hit already. So now my next draw on liquidity is previous day high. I want to be bearish, but the structure tells me otherwise. So yeah, since we did pump a whole bunch here, I wanted to be bearish. I wanted to see some sort of retracement or reversal, but the structure it didn't tell me that we were gonna go lower. So let's see, what is this? Okay, so this another trade idea that I had. Okay, so yeah, we went up, we came back down to OTE of the range, and then we had this BPR. So I wanted to see this BPR get tapped back into, and then long off of that. But as you can see, we never got this retrace here. I had limits set for this, but never got the entry. Glad to see that my technical analysis is still there and working. I just need to work on psychology, and that is right. Yeah, my technical analysis it's fine, right? Like I saw this move, and I saw that, you know, if we retraced into this BPR, we would get this long that, you know, I would have taken, that I believe is high probability. But yeah, we just didn't get the retrace, so I should have been you know, completely fine with this. But in reality, because I did take these two losses, I wasn't in the best mental state. I think after this one, after I missed this move, I was kind of trying to rush into a trade, trying to like make that money back, right? So after this move, we went higher. I think, yeah, this was the BPR right here. And here 1016, this is when I expected high of day. And then since we got some structure downwards, I wanted to see shorts in the 1050 macro. This is what I took. So we had this big BISI that got disrespected, and then I took the shorts from here, stops above this OB and this inversion, and then I targeted lower day here. So yeah, entered this with half risk, since I already took two losses and my mental state wasn't the best. Half of the reason was to recoup the losses. The other half was because it was genuinely a good setup. It looked like a market maker sell model on the 5-minute and the 4-hour candle told me it just manipulated higher and we are going to distribute lower. I was expecting seek and destroy conditions, so I wanted London lows to get taken out. I was getting super anxious when price came a couple ticks from TP and reversed, but I knew that from what I experienced earlier, I should practice good psychology, and that meant holding the trade for the high probability draw on liquidity. So yeah, as you can see here, price literally came like, I don't know, like 2 ticks or something, like a point or something from TP, and then just reversed. But I did hold the trade through, which I believe is a good thing, right? I'm just trying to stick to like the original TP. So I mean, this trade was good. It was a good trade, I think. But the only thing is, I shouldn't have entered because of, you know, I wanted to make the money back. Like, that's not the right reason to want to enter a trade. So yeah, I mean, as long as that psychology wasn't like the psychology there was good, then this would have been an absolutely perfect trade. But yeah, the psychology I don't think was the best here. Looking back, it wasn't even that bad, but I had such a hard time emotionally. Yep, taking 2 losses on the same setup really drained my mental energy, and I'm improving at reading the markets. I just have to focus on not tilting. Alright, and I'll take today as a learning opportunity, and I cannot let losses affect me. Trust the process. So yeah, so I mean, like, as you can see in my journal, like my technical analysis is not bad, right? I can kind of see where the draw is, see where market wants to go. It's just, you know, when you take these like dumb losses and then, you know, try to make that money back, take another, I mean, this loss was fine, but, and then you just kind of get like emotional, right? You like start beating yourself up for it, and then you just can't think straight. That's when, you know, things go wrong. So I mean, that's just something that I think everyone goes through, and that's something that I'm going through right now. And I just need to try to improve myself, right? I just improve like the psychology, because I know that I can trade. I know that I'm good at finding, you know, the draw where the market wants to go, you know, but it's just waiting for those perfect setups and not taking these kind of low quality setups. I think is just what I really need to work on. But yeah, okay, so let's go. Wednesday. This was a break-even day. I didn't do anything, I guess. So here 15-minute looks like a market maker sell model. I'm expecting, oh yeah, it was this day. So yeah, we had equal lows and this BISI that was never tapped into. We had these previous day lows, so I was expecting kind of just to move lower since it looked like a market maker sell model. And it was CPI day, so I wanted to see what CPI does first to confirm the bias. So here, this is the 4-hour. We had this unfilled SIBI. I wanted CPI to just kind of come into this SIBI and then go lower. So we would see like a wick higher and then just close below, or like a strong body below. And as you can see, like CPI just pumped. We took out these draws. So now I have my eyes on previous day high and the new week opening gap as the draw liquidity. So yeah, right here, previous day high, and then the new week opening gap. So let's see, we had this 30-minute BPR. So we just tapped into it, we wicked into it, which is, I really like this candle. Yeah, I like this reaction, but I need more structure to confirm the bearish bias. I'm not going to rush anything. I know the model will present itself with an insane entry. I just have to preserve my capital until that moment arrives. So yeah, that is good psychology. Alright, that is really good psychology. That's how I should just always be thinking. I just need to wait, right? I need to be patient. Here, price pumped to all-time highs. There's honestly no way that I could have predicted this. I'm just expecting price to pump. Yep. So yeah, here I mean, there's really no way I could have expected this price to just pump towards all-time highs. So yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that. It's just, there's no way, right, that I could have expected this. So it is what it is. The market just does whatever it wants to do. So here, we have some entries. So that first entry, which I'm not confident to take it, but it looked like, so yep, got in on the second entry, but I entered it because I didn't like the week close. Yeah, okay, so we had this first entry off of this order block that was previously respected very nicely. But this is not an entry that I want to take yet. I still don't have the confidence in taking these kind of setups. But here we had this SIBI that was disrespected, so I wanted to enter off of that. But because of these kind of weak candles right here after we inversed this SIBI, I was kind of hesitant to enter, right? So I entered a bit late. So I think I entered around here. And then once price came up to here, we swept this. I moved my stop to break even. So price just came back down and tapped my break even point and it just ran back up. So yeah, it's just, I guess it is what it is. But yeah, so I didn't like the week close above, and then I mean, I don't know, I guess I could have just I don't know what the best thing to do here was. Maybe I should have just I don't know. I guess I should have just been confident in my bias, right? My technical analysis. I just entered right off of this inverse or set limits here, and then I wouldn't have gotten stopped out. Yeah, I think that might have been the best thing that I could have done. But yeah, okay, so this is from Mantis's charts, right? This is 26th of November. But we did have this kind of similar entry here with this OB, which, you know, it literally looks the exact same. So I want to look more into that, but like there's no way I can just enter off of this OB like, with confidence. So that's just something that I have to look into a bit more. But yeah, the reason I entered late on the trade was because of the lack of confidence and the fear of losing after what happened yesterday. Yeah, but okay, so this is some positive reinforcement. Overall happy. Yep. So yeah, it's just the lack of confidence, and because, you know, the previous day was really bad, I was kind of fearing losing, but that's also something I just have to work on, right? It's confidence. I need to build confidence in the model. I need to build confidence in myself. I just need to work on my psychology. So I mean, yeah, overall happy. I was able to stay patient, and even though I did miss a win due to lack of confidence, that is still better than being too confident and taking a bunch of losses. So yeah, this day was it was better than the previous day, right? It's better to be more cautious than to kind of just be overconfident and just take low quality setups and lose a bunch of money. So this, okay, here this would have been the best trade today, but this is at like 850, right? This is during the 850 macro, which means, okay, that's not the best. Maybe I have a 15-minute chart somewhere. Okay, maybe here. Yeah. So 850 macro is right here, and we got a long setup here. But like this is just way too high in premium to long, right? I would never be confident in this long unless I knew that we were gonna go to all-time highs. But I mean, there's obviously no way I could have predicted us to go to all-time highs, right? Because look at this 15-minute. It looks like a market maker sell model. Like there's just no way. So I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, I didn't lose any money, right? So it's just, this is what happened. The market just does whatever it wants to do, and I couldn't, you know, find a trade, and that's absolutely fine. It's better than taking a bunch of losses. So let's go to Thursday. So what do we have here? So we have this respected the new week opening gap. We have data wick above. We also just came lower without any move higher during London and reached -4. So we have standard deviations, -4. New week opening gap. We have this data wick here from PPI, I believe. Yep. So I wanted to see New week opening or New York open reversal. So I wanted to see a bullish structure form. So let's see, entered on this nice move so far. I like how the 4-hour candle looks. So yeah, this looks like a pretty good entry. We have this BC that we're respecting. We had SMT. We have this kind of BPR supporting prices, and then we have this breaker block that I entered off of. And as you can see, this 4-hour candle looks like we just, you know, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So I quite like this entry. We have this data wick above that I was targeting for my TP. and I stopped out at B or break even because we have 9:30 open in 10 minutes, and I don't like how we just consolidated here between these two points, this CB and this BPR. So yeah, this was the day when we got really bad price action here. So we were consolidating on the 5 minutes. I want to see AMD. If the manipulation is clear, I will look for trades in the other direction. And here, okay, got the IFVG. So this was the inversion entry that you could have taken. We kind of reacted off a new week opening gap. But I don't know, I didn't really want to take it because it was outside the macro when we got the inverse. And, you know, because I had a really bad day, I wanted to be more kind of cautious of what I am doing. So got the FVG entry, but it was outside of the macro, and given the chop that we just had, I only wanted to look for high probability entries within the macro. So that's good. And we have, okay, this is something I took, entered on this, had nice empty below, and reacted off the new week opening gap, expecting that manipulation to bring the low of day. So I wanted to longs. TP is at high of day since we have LR. So yeah, entered on this SMT, OB, inversion. And yeah, it looks pretty good. And the LR that I'm talking about here is all of this, right? This kind of London made all of this LR. So, and then we also have relative equal highs up here. So I was looking for this as my final TP. And I got stopped at break even. So after price came to this data high, I stopped to break even. And yeah, I just got stopped out. I'm still confident in longs here because there's any logic telling me that we want to go lower any further. Relative equal high with Asia and London highs is a good draw on liquidity, and we have LR on the way there. So we had to set up limit set for this. So we have this high probability inversion, high probability breaker, SMT. We have all of this LR. So I wanted to see retrace into this and then seek higher. But as you can see, we closed above and never got the entry. So yeah, I don't think there's anything I could have done better here. Yeah, I don't really see a good entry. Yeah, so I think this was fine. And okay, so price came back down into the entry. So this is where I got my entry. And then yeah, we were just kind of shopping around, and then I got stopped at break even here. So yeah, got stopped at break even. In hindsight, I should have gone for a more conservative TP given the bad PA and the low volatility that we had. So yeah, that is true. It's like, I mean, I could have just looked at this and saw we weren't doing really good in terms of the price action and volatility. So maybe I could have gone for this high right here. Yeah. And maybe had a more tighter stop. But yeah, it's fine because I mean I got stopped at break even. It's not like I lost anything. So I mean this was a good day. Like I didn't make anything, but my entries were pretty good. It's just the TP. And now we go into Friday, which was a really bad day. So here I want to see retrace, then longs. So yeah, since we're at all-time highs, I wanted to see some sort of retrace down and then find longs. So here tapered. This is a tapered entry. It was right at 9:30, so I didn't want to get like whipped out or anything with the volatility. But this was a pretty good entry. So we had two SMTs, or two like external SMTs with YM and ES. And then we had internal SMT. We had this liquidity sweep. we created this high probability breaker, we tapped into it, and then we just shot straight for TP, which was high of day, I think. Yeah, this London high right here. But yeah, I mean, I didn't really want to enter. Like, you can see these wicks can get a bit crazy. So yeah, I didn't really want to enter off of that. Yeah, I could validate shorts from here because of TGIF, but I need to see more structure if I'm going to short. So what I had here, we have these two external SMTs. We have a more internal SMT. We came to the fourth standard deviation. So I was kind of expecting price to come back lower. And then we got this really nice entry here with the high probability inversion and breaker. So I have my limit set here, which I got here, which price came here into the entry, and then where was my stop? Stop was above the high. So stop was above here, so I didn't get stopped out here. And price came down and then just reversed and then hit my break even. So that was quite unfortunate. Maybe I could have set TP at this intermediate term low. Yeah. But okay, that's fine. It's fine. Here, stop break even on first entry, and I was looking for this one. So I was looking for this inversion and then just lower, but I didn't get it. So I mean, that's fine. Stop break even on first entry, looking for this one, didn't get it. 15-minute looks bearish, want to see shorts here. So yeah, this is 15-minute, we inverse this. We have CISD here, so yeah, it does look quite bearish. And we also have new day opening gap right here, which is, this is quite a large new day opening gap. Here's set limits for shorts here. So yeah, we had this respect of the SIBI, just bearish order flow, internal SMT, and then inversion. Have my limits set for shorts here down towards new week opening gap, but I never got the entry. And then here I entered this low quality setup due to FOMO. So I don't know why I took this entry, but it kind of looked like we had accumulation here, and then we manipulated above with this wick, and then we were like inversing this BISI, or these two BISIs, with this strong momentum candle. So it just looked like we were gonna go down, but we were way too low in discount. We just I don't know. It was a bad entry. It was out of FOMO because I didn't want to miss this move. I wanted to make money. Yeah, that was really bad. Then I entered on this one too. So we had SMT, we were holding this OB, we had this BPR that we were holding nicely. So then we had this another BPR that I wanted to enter off of. We had this kind of LR, but it did kind of get ran here. So I set shorts, I set limits for shorts here, and it stopped me out. Yeah, so that was really bad. Yeah, so really bad day psychologically. As always, my technical analysis was great, and I was able to find the draw liquidity and predict where the market wanted to go. But after my first entry being stopped at break even before running to TP, and my second entry not being retraced into, I had FOMO, enter low quality setups, then try to make back that loss, and I entered another low quality setup. And I'm pissed at myself, of course, because I took bad trades. I did things that I know that I shouldn't have been. And so yeah, I need to take this weekend to really clear my mind and look back at these past journals, take a break, clear my mind, reset everything, and then just come back next week, stronger and better than I was this week. So yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it for this week's what I had. Alright, like, okay, so I've been having really good weeks, right? So where are the weeks? So weekly recap here: 2%, 2.5%, 7.2%, 2.7%, 3.9%, and this was the first losing week in what, 4 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I don't know. But yeah, and like, it's just because I've been doing so good the past couple of weeks. When I have these bad weeks, it really gets to me, right? Because I was expecting this week to, be another good week, right? I was just kind of expecting myself to be good enough that I would just have another winning week, But I guess it's just the market humbled me, and my ego, my overconfidence took over, and I did things that I shouldn't have done logically. And so yeah, I mean, I guess it is fine. This is all part of trading. So I just have to learn from this experience, right? I just have to look at the markets for what the markets are. Like, we'll just look at the candlesticks, look at what it's presenting to me, rather than imposing what I want to see and then taking trades off of that, because that's never gonna work. It's the markets don't care what I want to see. It's just, it'll do whatever it wants to do. So I have to be the one that's observing the markets and trying to predict where it wants to go. And I mean, like, as you can see, like these past couple of weeks have been so good. Like, I have a lot of break even, a lot of wins, and really not many losses. But just this day is, or not just this week, is just really bad. Break even, loss, break even, loss. And I mean, it's not even that's really bad, because it's only a negative 1.3%, right? So compared to any of my other like winning weeks, it's really not that much in terms of just like monetary value, right? But just psychologically, it's just because I thought I was, good at trading, right? Or because I thought I was, better than, I guess better than I was, right? Because I do know that I am good at trading, right? Just based off of these like past couple of weeks, I've been really in the positive. So I do know that I have some idea of what I'm doing, and I understand where the market wants to go. But when you get too overconfident, when you think that you're better than, how you're better than you actually are, then this is kind of what happens. Right? It's just the ego takes over, and you just start making like impulsive and bad decisions. But I think that's part of trading, and that's part of, just kind of improving yourself as a person, as a trader. So it's just it's like a roadblock that you have to get over, right? And if I don't overcome this challenge, then I can never be as good as I want to be. So yeah, that's just what I will be doing, what I will be working on in the next couple of weeks. I would try to understand more deeply why this happened, understand more deeply why I was so overconfident, why I was taking these impulsive trades, why I was making these bad decisions. And I just have to once I understand that, then I think I can try to find a solution so that I won't do this kind of thing again. I mean, so yeah, that's what this video was about. It was more of a it's a realistic kind of view or a realistic perspective into what kind of goes through like a trader's head or their mind, right? Like, even if I got a payout, it's not all like sunshines and rainbows. It's just one bad week, one like a couple of bad days. It can really get to you psychologically. And so yeah, I just wanted to kind of share that experience, because I think a lot of people will have the same problem, or a lot of people do have the same problem. A lot of people, getting into trading will have this kind of problem. So, I mean, if you guys can just, take something out of this video, because I really do believe a lot of traders will just go through the same thing. So, just learn from what I did, learn from my mistakes, so you don't have to make the same mistake. So yeah, thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.